Hello, my name is Paul Damon, President of Stewardship Planning Partners, and we've been talking about being strategically philanthropic and being a good steward of all that God has blessed us with. I'm going to share a case that we've worked on, that we've developed, and the power of being strategic in our giving, in our philanthropy. This is a case of a husband and wife who own a business, and the business is worth about $8 million, and they're looking to sell that business and to make some charitable gifts out of the proceeds when they sell the business. Now here's the thing, a lot of times what people do is they sell first and then they look to make charitable gifts. And while that's great and it will work in a way, it doesn't really eliminate all the taxes that can be eliminated through proper planning. So in this case, the business had a zero basis. That means that they had started with very little capital, and they had depreciated any capital investment down to basically where it was zero. So there was going to be a huge capital gain tax when they sold the business, approximately $2 million. So how do they avoid that? Well, with proper planning, we can avoid a significant amount of that tax and use those tax dollars to make charitable gifts or philanthropic gifts. So what we did, first of all, was we put about 10% of the company value, the stock in the company, into a donor-advised fund. This is like a foundation, if you will, for individuals. It's a 501c3, so it's nonprofit. Once you make that gift of stock into the donor-advised fund, you no longer own or control that stock. It's now part of your charitable capital and must be given away to charities. Well, that avoided a significant amount of tax right there, about $200,000 of tax. Secondly, they got a tax deduction on that gift to their donor advised fund of about $500,000. And that again helped to reduce their taxes. Every year until the business is finally sold, then any profits from the business that are associated with that 10% of the company value also go into the donor advised fund. So now they can sell the business and there's no tax on that portion, that $800,000 of value. They get the charitable deduction, and once the cash comes in from the new buyer to purchase the stock and redeem the stock, now their foundation or their donor advised fund has $800,000 to give out to their charities that they support, their church and other charities that they care very deeply about. This is a very powerful strategy because it minimizes taxes, it maximizes tax deductions, it avoids capital gains, and it provides more dollars for charity and ministry. And unfortunately, Uncle Sam loses. And finally, they're able to participate in a variety of business opportunities through their foundation.